Alright, we got a SCP, an author. Well, let me run author without an author's page once again, which we had a couple today. We had a couple. But it is what it is, it happens. This author is called Gem Cuttlefish. Right? Yeah, Gem Cuttlefish. And they wrote Anomalous Indicator Species. Huh, okay. I'm curious what this means. Upper-class safe. Oh, who's this little guy? They contain procedures. The health of all known SCP-2608 population is to be monitored closely. Steps should be taken to prevent industrial sources from chemically damaging the environments these populations inhabit. SCP-2608 population are to be kept at all suitable Foundation facilities and monitored as a priority. In the event that these advanced warning systems 2608 Advanced Warning Systems, or AWS, experience a decline of any sort, the site manager is to be alerted immediately and precautionary measures are to be taken. Re-evaluation of the active red eye of where... This is the second time I saw this word. I also want to know if I'm actually pronouncing it correctly.
Radii.
Radii? What? I would never have come to that conclusion. Radii of various occult, psychoactive, and temporal SCP objects via SCP-2608 sub-imago testing is pending 05 approval. As of 12/21/2014, a doomsday cache population is to be established at Site 62 and the Site 64. Population has been and the Site 64 population has been expanded and repurposed to monitor unexplained global population fluctuation in SCP-2608. And here we have an SCP-2608 imago. What imago means. Why does it look like he has like giant eyes? Doesn't it? It looks like he has like, it's like he's going like bug out like Dawn! Interesting. What kind of insect is that? Well, maybe it says here. Description. SCP-2608 is a largely unstudied mayfly species, Stenonema nephilim, native to the Pacific Northwest. It is thought to have spread across the wetlands of North America in the last 2 decades, outcompeting related species due to the marginally more efficient metabolism. Based on the vulnerability of SCP-2608 population to certain phenomena, it has been suggested that this is due to, in part, to Foundation activity, as the containment of such phenomena would allow SCP-2608 to colonize previously hostile environments. However, there is not currently definitive proof of this. SCP-2608 imagines can be distinguished from related species by their relatively larger eyes and relatively more translucent body. However, these differences are subtle enough that they cannot be really identified by unqualified individuals. The sexually mature adult stage of an insect. Oh, okay. SCP-2608 sub-imagines and SCP-2608 naiads cannot be reliably distinguished from related species by any means outside of DNA examination. A winged but not yet fully developed and not yet fully mature sub-adult stage unique to order Ephemeroptera, the aquatic juvenile stage of a mayfly. Gotcha, okay. SCP-2608 was first brought to Foundation attention when the population experienced a then inexplicably widespread die-off in the spring of 2005, now thought to be the result of the 10-day delay in containment of SCP-1425. The SCP-1425, yeah, well, let me look it up here, 1425. I should have it on this channel. Of course, man, the amount of times this one comes into play and like kind of like screws over the other SCP's containment is insane. The species has since been restored to its former range. SCP-2608 population and in some cases individuals are extremely vulnerable to changes in the environment, undergoing faulty molting and mass death when exposed to even trace contaminants. While this is standard among Ephemeroptera species, SCP-2608 sensitivity extends far outside normal bounds manifesting in its anomalous properties. SCP-2608 is vulnerable to psychoactive manipulation and foreign or altered space-time as though a physical element were present. For this reason, SCP-2608 population has been cleared for use as an advanced warning system. 2608 AWS and kept at appropriate Foundation facilities, thereby providing an early warning in case of growth, strengthening or resumed activity of anomalous phenomena at Foundation provisional sites and containment breach at Foundation sites and areas. While the exact chemical manner in which SCP-2608 individuals are affected varies greatly based on the phenomenon in question and its source, there are two rules of thumb that can give rough insight into the strength and proximity of the phenomenon. The nature of the phenomenon in question cannot be determined via SCP-2608's reaction to it without both extensive laboratory testing and prior knowledge of the phenomenon. The general health of an SCP-2608 population can be regarded as an estimate of how close its surrounding area to its natural environment. A local space-time marsh free of psychic interference. An effect strong enough to cause immediate death in an SCP-2608 specimen is strong enough to pose a threat to Foundation operatives. So okay, gotcha. Yeah, makes sense. Phenomena that are harmful to SCP-2608 population are limited to those that alter the environment in a manner that are not prepared to compensate for. While this includes many natural phenomena, those that interest the Foundation in that no measures have been taken to shield 2608's AWS from include psychoactive fields, telepathic fields, temporal distortion, spatial distortion, reality distortion, mere proximity to some SCP objects do not exert any of the former on the surroundings. It has been theorized that in these cases it is some manner of presence surrounding the object that SCP-2608 population are sensitive to. SCP-2608 sub-imagines are particularly at risk in testing with select suitable SCP objects. Individuals consistently perish when brought within the active radius of the object in question, with a very low degree of failure. Preliminary testing suggests that SCP-2608 sub-imago testing can be used to map the boards of appropriate SCP objects' area of influence to a startling degree of accuracy. Kinda almost like a canary in the mine, huh? Often... Are you kidding me? How often is this going to happen? Often SCP-2608 naiads and sub-imagines will show signs of disturbances by an SCP object at much greater distances than human test subjects. In one noteworthy case, SCP-2608 naiads perished up to 800 kilometers outside of what had previously been thought to be the object's area of influence. That's why Anomalous indicated species. So like it literally is like a canary in a mine, and the moment like the canary dies, you like know like, oh shit, okay, the amount of like poison or like carbon, what was it again? I forgot which specific gas it is, but like it indicates like we should not be here because if we stay here too long and breathe in, we'll also die. So it's kind of like that with mayflies. They will just die the moment you get closer to an SCP. Present status of select 2608 AWS level 4 security clearance required. Ooh, okay. Provisional site 2608 advanced warning system. Disturbed status indicates possible growth, strengthening, or resumed activity of contained SCP objects. Area of influence if at elevated or higher disturbances status. Contact facility administrator immediately. So here we have facility ID and facility 2608 AWS or average disturbance status. Okay, so we have provisional site undisturbed. Provisional site 9 undisturbed. Provisional site 23 elevated disturbance. Provisional site 27 undisturbed. Provisional site undisturbed. Provisional site 98-1 undisturbed. -2 low disturbance. -3 undisturbed. Provisional site 141 undisturbed. Provisional site 107 undisturbed. Provisional site 149 undisturbed. Provisional site low disturbance. Provisional site 993 low disturbance. Provisional site undisturbed. Standard site 2608 advanced warning system disturbed. Status indicates possible containment breach. If at elevated or higher disturbances status, contact facility administrator immediately. Facility ID, facility 2608 at AWS average disturbance status. Here we go again. Site 06 undisturbed. Site low disturbance. Site 19 low disturbance. Site 64 undisturbed. Site 77 undisturbed. Site 118 low disturbance. Area 2608 advanced warning system disturbed status indicates possible containment breach if at elevator. Yep, okay, once again. Same thing. Area 2. Well, this is area instead of site. This is professional site, and this is site, and this is area. Gotcha. Area 2, undisturbed. Area 12, low disturbance. Area 13, undisturbed. Area 14, low disturbance. Area 58, low disturbance. Area 179, undisturbed. Area undisturbed. Area 354, critically disturbed. Area low disturbance. Area undisturbed. Addendum 5th 26 2009 travel capable 2608 AWS are available upon request for exploration and recovery missions. Contact Dr. Lymph or Site 64 administration for more details. Addendum 12/21 2014 all known wild SB2608 populations experience a population decline 0.6% higher than expected over the course of the 2014 frost. In addition, all captive Foundation population have experienced an unexplained 0.5 population decline. 2608 AWS warning allowance have been updated to compensate. I also kind of like how this SCP, which is considered safe, makes sense it's considered safe, is being used for by the Foundation to check for anomalies and also check the status on the sites and the areas and professional sites and all that stuff, right? Technically an SCP that's helping the Foundation out, which we have a couple SCPs now that do that. Addendum 4th 10th 2015, with the exception of the Site 62 population. Okay, all SB2608 population have declined a further 1.8%. The Site 62 population remains at full health. Nowhere here to be found. Okay. Sorry. Oh, that yawn came out fast. 2608 AWS warnings allowance have been updated to compensate. Addendum 8th 11th 2015 global SCP-2608 population decline has continued to progress at a constant rate. 2608 AWS warning allowances have been updated to compensate and will continue the update based on protected background disturbances. So that's just kind of I love how. Again, I wonder if the reason why they have such much bigger eyes is because the term bugged eyes? Is it bug eyes? Or is it bugged eye? There's bulging eye. What do bugged out eyes mean? Bulging or protruding over one pair of eyes, colorful. I thought that was a term. Am I misremembering something? Bug-eyed. Yeah, bug-eyed. There we go. I just wrote it wrong. Bug-eyed is a descriptive term primarily used informally to describe someone or something with eyes that protrude or stick out. So I wonder if like they thought about that term and were like, what if I make a bug whose eyes are actually a lot bigger, almost as if the bug itself has bug eyes, you know? And then it's all about just being able to sense anomalies and how dangerous they are. One more, Afro, one more. I know it's a Sunday, Afro. I know it's a Sunday, but you got this. You've been doing good. But yeah, no, it's definitely a cute little one. A cute little idea. Just feel bad that they, you know, perish when... Or there's a high chance that they perish. It does say, I think, it does say it needs to be like very high psychic power for them to actually perish. But still feel bad. Still feel bad. That's why the Foundation was confused. They're like, hey, there's a... Even though the percentage is small, there's still a percentage of them dying out of nowhere. You just look up what that is all about. But yeah. Nice.